What's up everybody? Welcome back to Elder Scrolls. Today we're going to talk about a few things that you can do if you're an old or a new player to Elder Scrolls Online that can be a little bit more entertaining than your usual routine that you're used to. So I've just got a few suggestions here for you guys. Again, just some fun things you can do in Elder Scrolls Online that could spark your day a bit more in a different way than you're used to. But pretty much, if this is probably going to apply for a new player for the most part, so just get your first mount and start exploring. Just ride wherever and enjoy the scenery, because it is quite nice, I've got to say. And yeah, just travel around, explore the maps a bit. Wherever you want to go, you can go. Because the great thing about One Tamriel, with the update that they did back in, it was a while ago now, but like October or something like that. Or December, I don't know, somewhere around that time. Pretty much, you can go anywhere in the world. Everything scales to your levels. There are absolutely no boundaries. You can go everywhere. Everywhere, guys. Okay. And if that doesn't tickle your fancy, then we've got some other things to go through as well. So here we go. You could go, I'm like holding up my paper here. You could go into like a full roleplay mode and read all the quest dialogues that you're doing and just imagine that you are. For me, it's quite easy because I'm a Bosmer, and obviously Bosmer has the best kind of background. But you can like pretend to be the most amazing Bosmer in the world, loving trees and stuff, and go around doing all the quests and everything, and just read all the dialogues and just enjoy, just chill out for a while. If you're used to like grinding or farming for stuff, just go and do some quests and enjoy the dialogue and have a good time. You could even role play with other people and like pretend to like go on patrols or something. I don't know. I'm not really into the whole role play thing, but that's what they do usually. The other suggestion that I would have as well, if you're used to playing like your one main class all the time, like you always do the same sort of class and you're just really good at that class, whatever, try changing up your build. Try making a healer out of the current class you are playing. I don't know. So if I'm like, for example, Stamina Dragon Knight, like pretty interesting there, try making it into a healer and just playing a healer. Or if you don't want to like fully reset your stats and stuff and spend all the gold on that, you could go ahead and make a healer. You'll have all your champion points there, so it'll be quite strong at the beginning. As soon as you get your skills, you can make a Templar, you can make, I think, Nightblade's a pretty decent healer, Sorcerer, whatever. Anything Magicka based can be a healer pretty much. Get yourself a Resto Staff and just switch it up. Start playing a healer for random dungeons or something, or become a tank. If you're a stamina class, you could just become some kind of ridiculous tank guy. Or if you usually do healers or tanks, switch it up for a DPS, just try something different. Who knows, maybe you'll enjoy it more. By the way, most of these items on my list are pretty obvious for the most part, I think. If they're not, just let me know. But yeah, we'll go through them anyway. And the other one you can do, lots of people really dislike PvP, or they would prefer to do PvE content in general. It's not that they dislike PvP, it's just not really something they think about doing. But give it a try. Find a decent group in Cyrodiil and give it a go. Maybe your guild is doing a group run or something. Test it out, rearrange your build a bit so it's better for PvP and see how well you do. If you're like a super PvE person with like all your good gear and everything, give it a go. Try something new. Maybe you'll have fun, who knows? Maybe you'll be like really good. And the other thing, I've got a few challenges here for those who are both old and new players to Elder Scrolls Online, and that would be just go to pick a zone in the map somewhere, anywhere in the map. So like Rivenspire, I don't know. If you pick Rivenspire, get yourself the add-on that shows where all the world boss locations are, or even explore the whole zone. That could be a thing. Literally just go into a zone and explore every single area and unlock everything so your map's explored. And while you're at it, try and defeat every single world boss within that zone and kill them all. Just do it. That kind of stuff, Anything like that. It'll be fun. You could also do the same for like sky shards and kind of just like explore everything in general, but it's not going to be I wouldn't say it wouldn't be as fun if you were to like go through every single world boss, because they are quite difficult these days. So if you're big on PvE content, then give it a go. If you've already defeated them, maybe try and go for the ones that require a large group and try and do them yourself. If you die, obviously, then make a group to kill it. I don't know. Something like that. Just have fun with it. If you enjoy crafting, of course, feel free to just go on a crafting adventure of your lifetime and just start doing stuff. Just start doing weird stuff like that. Just do what you like to do. Have fun. Have fun in the game, because that's what it's all here for. And the other suggestion I have as well, so if you're used to doing group dungeons, or if you've never done a dungeon before in your life whatsoever, you could try and get one other person to come with you to the dungeon. Obviously make sure your group kind of makes sense, so like someone can at least heal or do some kind of defensive stuff. Go in with just 2 people and try to do a dungeon on your own. Obviously there's people that solo dungeons, but that's not really for everyone. And if you do find another person to do it with, try and adjust your build so it actually works and you can get through the content together with just the 2 of you, because that's really fun. Like, I used to do it all the time, and it's just one of the best experiences. You know, you start learning how to play with them really, really well when it's working as well. And the cool part about this, if you can do just duo team dungeons in Elder Scrolls Online, then when the Morrowind update comes along with the 3 versus 3 PvP thing, you could give that a try, because you'll have like a cool synergy going on already between you two. You kind of know what you're gonna do together. So when you find like a good partner like that, you can explore other content as well that'll make the game a lot more interesting. I think the players make the game for sure. I mean, you can have the best game in the world and there are no players in it. You're gonna get a little bit like, what am I doing here? I can't do any of the group content. It's like, if you've got a cool group to be with, or like a really good friend to play with, and it's all about the experience together, it makes it just that much more fun. And this is an interesting one for you guys who are quite experienced in Elder Scrolls Online, and it's not for everyone at all. Like, this is something that people could absolutely hate that I suggest this, but you know, you never know. It could work quite well. I'm just killing stuff here on my Templar. It's beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so the other thing I was going to say is pretty much become a mentor for like a new player or a few new players in town. Just go to like the starting zones and ask if someone needs any help with something, or you'll see them out in chat be like, need help with this, you know, anything like that. Just become a mentor for them and help them out, and kind of like help them grow within Elder Scrolls so they kind of get a better understanding of the game. Obviously there's going to be the people that are a bit needy, let's be honest. There are those who are needy, but then there are those who genuinely do just need a little nudge, and then they'll get it, and then they'll be able to like actually understand what they're doing. So that's an interesting one. And if you like helping people or teaching people how to do stuff, definitely try it out, because you might have a good time with it. Now, I've got another challenge here for you experienced players, or even new ones. I mean, it could be done with new ones, but you'll probably have a harder time, to be honest. So open up your map, you know, get the whole world map out, whatever alliance you're currently in. So I'm in the Aldmeri Dominion right now. And then just pick a map to get to that you want to get to, because maybe you haven't been there before, maybe it looks cool, or maybe you just really want to get there for some reason because you need to do something in that map. Why don't you just try going from where you are at the moment and ride your mount all the way to the other map without using any kind of teleportation abilities? So you'll have to find the boats that take you to the different towns and everything. You can get between alliances by the boats and stuff. You gotta just know where they are. So challenge yourself, see how well you know the game, and see if you can actually just ride your mount, take a boat, and end up where you want to go without using any of the teleporters. That's a good one for you guys to try. I think it'll be interesting to see how far you can get without using any kind of assistance like that. Now, this is the one where if you want to take the mentoring thing to the extreme, you could start a guild for total new players, and also invite some veteran players to help out with the whole mentor thing. If you know anyone else that wants to help other new players start out with the game, and you're just like, oh, you just see these noobs out in the world. It's like, oh, if only they knew this one thing, they could be so much better, and they could like help us out and do group content. So you could totally start a guild and try and do this group content together. I think it would be quite cool, because they're usually quite serious, or you don't really see many guild invites in general. They'll just kind of be like, you know, oh, social guild, you know, inviting people. And you'll join the social guild, and they won't really do much. But if you make a guild specifically aimed at helping other players, like new ones, and like kind of teaching them what crafting you need to do and what dungeons you should be farming for the better gear for your specific class, or how kind of skills work, if you know, like you get one of each class, get like an expert in one of each class, then just help out the noobs in the game that are struggling. I think that would be really cool. And I do always promote helping other players out, because it just creates a nicer environment in general. Because if you help someone out, they're likely to help you out as well at some point when they get better. Like, it's just gonna be a thing, because they'll feel good about it. They'll be like, oh, I'm just returning the favor because you helped me out there. And the final 2 items that I want to talk about, I haven't fully decided what to do with them yet, but you know, if you get a chance to pickpocket people, which you can do, just NPCs though, you can't unfortunately pickpocket players yet. I'm looking at you, Bethesda. Anyway, what I was going to say is you can create some kind of challenge for yourself with pickpocketing. So like, aim to steal 100,000 gold in pickpocketed goods or something like that, and like really level up your stealing skill tree. So which one is it called? There is obviously the Thieves Guild one, but not everyone has the expansion, so it's not an ideal one to look at. I think it's Legerdman? I don't know, something like that. But pretty much, try and get this as leveled as you can with like stealing, and become the best criminal ever, and just make loads of money from it. This also can lead on to challenging yourself to become wealthy within the game, become a master trader or something, and be able to afford one of like the better mansions that are available as a house in the game. Anything like that. Just challenge yourself, you know, just go for it. Set a goal and like be like, I need to do this. But don't treat it like a job. No, you can't treat it like a chore. You've got to be like excited about what you're working towards. It's like when you get there, you'll feel like really accomplished and quite pleased with yourself. And the other one that I wasn't quite sure of what direction to go with, but if you do get a chance to get the Dark Brotherhood expansion, you know, do something with Assassination. Like, roleplay Assassin's Creed or something. I don't know, just do something fun like that, because the animation for that whole guild assassination thing is quite hilarious. I think a lot of people would enjoy it. And yeah, just have a good time with it. You know, even if you really want to level your character up as quickly as possible, but you really, really don't like grinding, I would suggest the Dolmens that we're looking at right now as a good option, because it doesn't quite feel like grinding. There's always a lot of players around. They've got a lot of groups in Hrothgar going with like loads of people, like hundreds of people, and there's like three Dolmens that they run between and just level that way. You know, you can level in different ways than just one. You can level in PvP if you want to, just really be participant in PvP, and you can level that way. You don't have to just grind your way to 50, it's not necessary. Or you can do story quests, you know? If you really enjoy story quests, just do that, it'll be fine. Unfortunately, crafting doesn't really level you in this game like it does in Final Fantasy, for example. And Final Fantasy 14, I'm talking about, the MMO. So it's not quite the same crafting system. It would be cool if you could just become a tradesman. I think Black Desert Online has something similar to that. Like, you can just craft the whole time, or like farm and stuff, and that's how you level your character. Elder Scrolls isn't quite the same, but you can literally just craft the whole time. Once you hit 50, once you level up your crafting skill tree, I don't even think you need to hit 50. I think you just need to level up your crafting and put the points into the crafting skill trees, and you can just start crafting gear. I mean, you could even, if you're doing that helping build, like, mentor guild thing that I've talked about before, you could even just start crafting gear for newbies, because you have loads of materials to give out, don't you? You don't need all that low level crap that you're holding on to. I bet you've got loads. I know I do. Just make gear for everyone, you know? They'll be like level 26, level 35, whatever. And they'll be like, oh, I wouldn't, we've got some mats we could give you because we can build you some gear. Like, what are you working towards? You're working towards a Magicka healer class. You're working towards some kind of like DPS stamina or tank or whatever. You kind of know what sets are going to be good for those people. So go for it. Craft them something useful. Anything like that. I think a lot of people forget how good it feels to help other players that are struggling, and then they really start getting what the game's all about and really start advancing through the game and just having a good time as well. So yeah, those are some of my suggestions on some fun things to do in Elder Scrolls Online if you're struggling, if you've got to end game and you've been doing kind of the same content over and over again, or if you're brand new and you're not quite sure what direction to go in. You know, just have fun with it. That's all I gotta say. Those are my suggestions. If you've got any more, please feel free to comment down below. I really want to hear what you guys got, like, what you guys have come up with, because I'm sure you've got some awesome ideas. And thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more. Make sure you click the notification bell next to the subscribe button, because apparently then it'll let you know when I've got a new video out. And that's always exciting. So thanks so much for watching again. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you again next time. Goodbye.